Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading for May 2nd to May 8th. Let's see what we have coming up here for you. So this may only resonate for some of you, but I am seeing that a lot of you may actually start kind of remembering like childhood memories or just things from your past. There is like a resetting of an energy that's happening, and I kind of feel like there may be something kind of being shifted into alignment, like back into place wherever something has been out of balance. And so as a result of that, you may kind of start remembering like experiences or things that may have caused an imbalance or may have caused almost like these micro, like may seem like small experiences on surface level, but the impact of them or kind of like the effect, or maybe, something happening and we develop some kind of belief about ourselves from that experience. I kind of feel like those things may start kind of coming up like little moments here and there to show you where things were kind of where you might have picked up on some kind of belief, or where you might have, something may have been fallen out of alignment. So I kind of feel like it's a purpose of things being shifted. It's like a result of that. So I'm being guided to say that if does something come up, just release it. Kind of maybe even do a bit of a little prayer, kind of just thank you for this lesson. I don't know, however you would, resonate with that. But almost like as something comes up, allow yourself to let it go, allow yourself to release it. It's in the past, it's gone, it's done. And allow yourself to move forward. Forgive yourself if you need to forgive yourself or another person, that kind of thing. So you may find yourself in that kind of space this week. And I feel like maybe even this month, actually. Okay. Beautiful. Movement forward. So I'm hearing a lot of blockages being cleared out of the way. And again, so, these things are kind of coming up for the purpose of you being able to move forward. You do deserve a new beginning. You do deserve wonderful, beautiful gifts and blessings in your life. And I feel like there is, you really allowing yourself to embrace a new chapter in your life, allowing yourself to release and let go of any heaviness. I really kind of feel like it's almost like happening with your permission. It's like, if you want this change, if you want this movement in your life, then it's almost like it's not as difficult as sometimes we make it seem, is what I'm kind of feeling here. This is about giving yourself permission that it's okay to move in a certain direction. It's okay to want something else. It's okay to change your life around. And I feel like a lot of it is we could get just stuck in our own mind, stuck in, this way of thinking of it has to be a certain way. And I always thought my life was going to look like this. I always thought my life was going to go in this direction. But it's almost as if walking in that path, I'm kind of feeling for some, maybe feeling as though, but this doesn't feel like this is really in alignment with who I really am. Maybe I'm just walking this path because I was told to walk this path. So I feel as though if there is a rerouting, it may be a bit different from what you have originally envisioned for yourself, but this feels so much more in alignment with who you really are. So there is movement, but it's almost but I feel like it's happening in conjunction with you embracing that there is like a shift in your path. I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's go into tarot here. Okay, Gemini, what are the energies that are coming up for Gemini this week? Yeah, see, moving away from things that just feel, that kind of bring us, almost like drain our energy, that cause an imbalance. It's like some of you are really being discerning here about, you're seeing the truth in, maybe the things that are around you, or maybe certain habits, or just whatever is in your environment. You're kind of seeing what tends to cause an imbalance in your life here, and also finding out what makes you happy. Like you're being able to find where your happiness is by walking away from something that causes chaos. So it feels like there's like a leveling out here, with this Queen of Swords. It's like she's taking a look at what brings chaos, and what do I need to move away from, and moving more towards what makes me happy. So there's a lot of movement here, moving towards what's making us happy, what brings us fulfillment. Where is our cup? This could also be falling in love as well. Doesn't have to be with a person either. It could just be falling in love with yourself, falling in love with, a passion, something that you love to do. Maybe it's like a project or something you're desiring for your life, like a new lifestyle. It's so funny because I feel really called to put this here because I'm talking about this card, and this card just kind of flipped out here. So maybe this is someone, or maybe, you're embodying this Empress energy, Gemini, and you, by really embracing and allowing yourself to go towards the thing that you love, you're really bringing abundance into your life. And this could also be someone, an Empress that you have your eye on, or vice versa, that is bringing in a lot of love, or that you are in love with. Okay, let's look into the Six of Swords here. What are we moving away from for Gemini? What is Gemini moving away from here? I feel like there's something here about taking the reins of your own life. It's like you are making an executive decision or a choice for yourself. You're being more firm about it. Like you might have been on the fence of, do I want to do this? Can I do this? But I feel like this week there is more of like this decision. There is a decision that you're making about something, and the doubts are starting to kind of go away. Six of Swords and the Ten of Cups. What does that mean here? The Hanged Man and the Page of Pentacles. There may be a delay, or you may be feeling like there's a delay in a new beginning or a new start, kind of feeling a bit constricted or stuck in a new beginning. Six of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. I feel like this may have something to do with some people in your environment or in your community, because we do have a lot of, it's like the Six of Pentacles, it's like the influence of the people around you. It's like something that maybe not in your hands. It's almost like dependent on circumstances almost, especially with this Ten of Cups and Six of Pentacles. This could be like family, community, or just something that is kind of impacting your ability to have some kind of new beginning here. Yeah, feeling like something is kind of almost being taken away from us. So it's almost like someone feels like their independence, their autonomy is kind of what I'm hearing. Their autonomy has been restricted with the Seven of Swords, like it's not in their own hands. So maybe someone has been feeling this way, and that's what they're moving away from. Like this is the energy that someone is moving away from. It's almost like there has been some kind of, there's almost like a control, like this energetic control over what someone does, the choices they make. It's just, they don't have freedom over their own life, a say-so over what they want, to be able to build something of their own. But because we have the Six of Swords here, this is about moving away from that chaos, moving away from that kind of dynamic. Yeah, putting up strong boundaries. I feel like it kind of feels like someone here has been in a situation for quite some time where there may have been just a lot of people in their space to the point where they could not think like for themselves. Like it was just always about everybody else's opinion and their 2 cents. And so it feels like someone is putting up strong boundaries, like they're learning to really build like a shield of protection around them, not really allowing anybody into their space. Yeah. And they're feeling like this resurgence of energy here. It's like they are able to replenish their energy. For some reason, I'm getting this vibe that someone has been in this environment or in this like energy where there may have been people kind of absorbing their energy, like an energy vampire kind of thing. But as they're learning to kind of set these boundaries, they are finding that their energy is being replenished and being restored. So they're kind of noticing, it's almost like they're playing around with, well, what happens if I move away from these people? Do I feel better? Do I feel more energized? Do I feel like my joy and happiness is coming back? Do I have more of a clear mind? And what happens when I go back into that environment? Now, how do I feel? And I kind of feel like someone is starting to notice when I'm around these people or when I'm around this environment, I feel this way and it feels extremely draining. And when I kind of walk away from it, I feel restored. I feel more myself. So I kind of feel like there's someone here that is realizing that, like seeing the truth of something that has been around them, and they're feeling really like, there's more clarity coming back into someone's life by setting boundaries with the people around them. There's more. That's what the 6 of Wands is. It's like this, I'm feeling like there's this victory over one's own personal space. Like, oh, thank goodness I can breathe. I can think, I can do my own thing, and I feel energized again. I don't feel so depleted. So what else do we have here for the 6 of Wands? Can we have one more card here? Gemini? I feel like there's going to be more of a grounding that comes in here for you this week. I feel like you're going to feel better. It feels like your energy is starting to lighten up a lot. It's whatever heaviness, if there's like a heaviness that you've been carrying around, I feel as though there's something like releasing or lightening. And I think that a lot of it has to do with walking away from other external things that have been kind of pulling someone down. Yeah, see? 6 of Wands, 8 of Swords. So feeling stuck, feeling constricted, feeling like, I can't move. I can't go. I can't do what I want to do. I'm stuck. I'm just, I don't know what to do about this. So I feel like there is change happening here. There's massive change happening here and growth happening here for someone, which is really beautiful. There's a healing. Someone's really profoundly healing here. Okay. Let's look into this Queen of Swords. What do we need to know about her? So the Queen of Swords is recognizing when it's time for something to come to an end. I feel like this is also about, the Queen of Swords is a very wise soul. She has discernment and the truth. It's like she's awakened. She's seeing, she sees the truth that's in front of her. She realizes, she recognizes. And I feel like she is also setting things straight. She's setting things right. And she's also making the preparations and the changes that she needs to make in her own life to be able to give herself what she needs in order to move forward in her life. So her focus is on moving forward. And I feel as though she is recognizing what lesson these past years, months, however long this chapter has been for her, what that's been. It's like there is this recognizing of what it is and what it's meant for them, and allowing one to kind of be at peace with how things kind of are moving in a certain direction. It's almost like there is a bit of a detachment here from an outcome. But I also kind of feel like just knowing there's this confidence and surety about her as well, that she knows that things are changing and they're moving, and I'm not even going to resist it because they do need to change and move. So I kind of feel like this Queen of Swords is really just kind of taking a look at one's life and recognizing where there really needs to be a change. Yeah. So someone very powerfully tapping into their spiritual side. So someone's third eye and crown chakra awakening, someone really delving into their spirituality, kind of finding out more about themselves, reconnecting. Oh, how beautiful. Okay, I'm hearing that someone is reconnecting with their spiritual side. So maybe this has been shut off for them for quite some time. So there's someone here where it's like that divine feminine energy is awakening in them, and that applies whether this is male or female, because we all have that energy within us. So I feel like there's someone here that is reconnecting with that divine feminine energy, that there's more to them than just the 3D surface level kind of day-to-day things in their life. It's like their mind and their soul. It's like expanding. It's actually their soul is more like waking up to more of who they are. And a lot of like what they had to shut off and shut down, or not really, like they weren't in a place to really kind of like, connect with that part of themselves. What else do we need to know about this? Yeah. Wow. How beautiful. And because of that, there's a balance coming into someone's life here. There's a balance coming into so what's happening is that for someone, their inner world is balancing out. So for example, if someone has only been focused, like hyper focused on their like masculine side, and again, this is not gender specific. So if they were only focused on their career, only focused on making money, only focused on, like again, these day-to-day kind of 3D level things, and not really that much in tune with their spiritual side. So someone here is waking up to that spiritual side. So there's a balance coming back into their life. And as a result of that balance, their external world is starting to shift and change as well, because that frequency, that energy has to match. So someone here could be experiencing waves of change in their external world because of their shift and change in their internal world. And there's someone here who is learning to also balance out their wisdom with their experiences. It's almost like they're bringing in wisdom. They're going from just knowledge, like gathering knowledge, to understanding what it means to have wisdom and learning how to apply that wisdom to their life. So there's like a deepening, there's like a soul deepening to someone here. They're developing, or they're tapping more into a deeper side of them that they always might have had, but didn't know how to access. So with this 5 of Cups, I'm actually seeing someone here, the sadness or the grief that I see someone kind of experiencing is a loss of, I'm hearing who they used to be, or maybe a part of themselves they felt like they lost. It's almost like they're grieving themselves, like they're grieving. I really kind of feel like someone had to kind of disconnect or felt a bit detached from themselves for quite some time. And so as they're it's almost like someone's remembering who they are, remembering parts of themselves. And by seeing that, by reflecting on that and reconnecting with it, someone here is also kind of grieving, like, this has been missing from me. I missed this part of me. I missed me. And it's like there's this overwhelming of emotion. It's kind of like this suppression of emotions is starting to kind of bubble up to the surface and, overflow, and allowing one to kind of just allow them to kind of purge out that feeling of, this was a part of me, or this was who I was, and I lost that part of me a long time ago. And they're like rediscovering those emotions. They're rediscovering who they are. They are it's like they're taking their power back. They're taking part of they're becoming whole. Someone's becoming whole again here. I feel like this might be just for like a very small group of people here. So I'm sorry if this is not too general, but this is the energy that's coming through. So take it as it resonates. Beautiful. And I feel like here, that this is coming through. And I love how we have the high priestess and the hierophant there. So there's that beautiful balance between this divine masculine and divine feminine energies inside one person. So I kind of feel like also the hierophant card here is also that wisdom, that I was referring to earlier. Finding that wisdom and learning how to apply it to one's life, seeing how it applies and fits into one's life. Like these lessons are just really delving deeper into their soul. It's like someone's really profoundly connecting to their soul here. So this is really, really beautiful. I feel like someone's going through a beautiful, awakening that is emotional and enlightening. Could be a bit turbulent at times as things are surfacing and kind of, releasing out of them. But as they continue to go down this path, it's like someone is continuing to discover more and more about themselves, and it's really opening their eyes. And even if you don't feel like it at the moment, there's a balance coming into one's life here. So it's like spirit is really leading the way. And I also feel like there's a lot here about like having this be part of someone's destined path. Like this was the time. I feel like a lot of this is about divine timing as well. So this is the time for someone to go through this experience. This is the time for someone to go through this time in their life of remembering who they are. And I'm feeling kind of emotional and in this. This is definitely a profound spiritual journey for someone. And they're really awakening to themselves. They're really awakening to who they are. They're remembering who they are. And then look at the card that came out here, the sun. So this is all about finding, discovering, having this awareness, this wakefulness inside of where do I belong and where would I thrive? So every time I look at this particular card in this deck, I see this card as a representative of being where we would thrive, like where the sun would nourish and bring life and vitality. And so this is about someone finding that, whether that's a career, whether that's a new life path, or even like a relationship, or just maybe a group of people that they surround themselves with. Someone is really having this clarity about where do I belong? Where would I feel like I belong? And where do I feel like I would feel whole? And I feel like someone is kind of on this journey of finding that within themselves again. So very beautiful. My goodness. Okay. So I think that's a good segue into these cards here with the Ace of Cups and the Empress. So again, this is about fulfillment and happiness and someone's heart just fully waking up and fully waking up to their truth. Let's look into this because Three of Cups, celebration, joy, celebration. Finding the answer, finding clarity, truth coming back into their life. The King of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like someone here, I feel like the Empress and the King of Pentacles it's this connection. There's someone here who wants to commit to somebody. And the King of Pentacles is always a really nice card to show up when it comes to this kinds of commitment like this, when it comes to a relationship, because, he's always really set on the long term. This is not someone who just wants to come in and out of someone's life. This is someone who means business. This is someone who is serious. I like the King of Pentacles. I'm curious to see if the Emperor will come out as well, but I like that the King of Pentacles is here because he's stable, he's secure, he's consistent, and he's committed, and he's willing to put in the work. I kind of feel like there's someone here who is very sure about what's in their heart. They're very confident. They're very sure. They have zero doubts. And I feel like it has something to do with this Empress. So I feel as though this King of Pentacles has his eye on this Empress. And it's like he found the golden chalice. I mean, quite literally with that cup, that beautiful cup. I mean, in this middle of this big, vast, giant ocean, in the sea of all these people, this King of Pentacles found his cup. And that's the celebration. That's the joy. That's the happiness that he's feeling. And he knows that, it's like tunnel vision, right? It's like, this is it. There's nothing else for me. This is my cup. And so I'm going to commit and dedicate myself to, working towards what I need to do in order to build some kind of connection or commitment towards this Empress here. Yeah, see? So we have the Death card and the Two of Cups. So there's some kind of really significant connection or relationship here. And I feel as though that this connection, both people had to really go through almost like this purification. It's not just one person. Regardless of what the circumstances were of like, who did what to whom, on a deeper soul level, I feel as though the connection itself involved both people needing to go through a very intense purification journey. They really needed to kind of fulfill certain kinds of lessons and acquire certain kinds of pieces of wisdom, almost like they really needed to find themselves pretty much to be able to recognize. It's like being able to recognize themselves, to find themselves, they naturally will find the other. So I feel like there is a really beautiful connection here that has gone through those fires and is now in the process of going through a transformation and being reborn. And it was always meant to be this way, is kind of what I'm seeing here. What else do we need to know about this? The Death and the Two of Cups. Oh, look at that. And a bright, beautiful new beginning. The fact that we have the Sun card and the fact that we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles are really, really beautiful, auspicious cards here. So if this reading is resonating with you, I feel like there is a connection here that is going to have a really beautiful, bright new beginning. I feel like there's a lot of clarity within some kind of connection. And I'm also kind of being guided to say, like, follow your instincts and your intuition. Regardless of maybe what you might hear from like external sources or stories, or it's like really important to really know what's in your heart of hearts and to come from that place. But there is some beautiful connection here that I feel like it's been kind of reserved and waiting for when both souls were ready to kind of receive the connection. Yeah, there's going to be movement forward here. I feel like there's like some preparation that's kind of happening here. There's some movement forward, but I feel like there's a destiny about this. As the Star, this is a wish fulfillment. I also feel like there's going to be a lot of clarity that will come into this connection as well. So if there has been a lot of mystery or unknowns, or just a lot of, not really sure what's going on and what's happening and why some things happened the way they did, I feel like there is going to be communication. There's going to be clarity at some point in this. There's kind of like a rebalancing happening at the moment. So it may feel a bit, may kind of seem a bit, imbalanced, but it's coming into balance. That's why. And then we have the King of Wands, who is someone who's very determined. I also see this King of Wands as someone who is willing to do whatever they need to do in order to get to their Empress. Oh my goodness. Look at this. These two fell out, the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, like I said, this King of Wands, he is ready to put in the work for his Queen of Wands. So this is someone who is very determined, who will do whatever it takes, is kind of what I'm seeing here. That King of Wands is like, it's kind of like this energy of once I have my focus fixated on something, then, again, it's like that tunnel vision. Like I don't see anything else. And so there is a building, there's a growth that's happening here between a King of Wands and a Queen of Wands. Very beautiful. There's a lot of passion as well between these two, a lot of passion and chemistry. Oh my goodness, look at that. Passion and chemistry, Ace of Wands. So this is incredible. Actually, we have 3 aces in this spread. We have Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles, which is so, I don't know how much more lucky you can get than that, and the Sun card in the spread. So very beautiful spread, Gemini. I think that, it's like going through the void, going through that darkness, for whoever was going through that, is kind of like this necessary rite of passage in order to, get into this next stage into someone's life. It's like things are balancing. Things are kind of being put into place of what they always were supposed to be. So if there is like a major change in someone's life, it's almost like it was trying to show them where this is not you. This is not really authentically you. You may have been on this path because you felt like you were supposed to, but a lot of that truth was being revealed to this. I kind of feel like there's a masculine energy here that is going through this purification process almost. And it's almost like he is getting closer and closer to connecting with this counterpart of his. So very beautiful. I feel like I just want to leave these three here because I'm glad that these three came out here. Okay, very beautiful. And then look at that. So communication, clarity coming in, realizations, breakthroughs with that Knight of Swords. So there's someone here that is going through their awakening. They're going through a major moment of clarity and seeing things for what they really are and where things have been out of balance. And so I do also feel like communication will come in as well. At some point, be patient with it, I feel like, because there's still some of these energies that are moving around, but just know that movement is happening. There is the energy is getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So it's not getting heavier. It may feel as though that's happening, but that is because there is stuff surfacing of what has already been there. And we may have just pushed it down and not been able to kind of feel it. So it's like things are being lifted up and pushed out. So for whoever's going through that transformation. Okay, let's do some oracle cards here. Okay, what is a challenge for Gemini this week? Power. So I really feel like someone here, oh, how beautiful. Okay. So I feel like someone here is also going through this journey of taking their power back. I feel like they may also experience, I'm also kind of hearing like spontaneous kind of like awakenings or realizations or epiphanies this week. So, it could come in through a dream, it could come in through like meditation, but I feel like someone here is going through like these like spurts of like, just awakenings of realizing things, or all of a sudden like seeing a flash of something, or they're really like uncovering so much truth, and it's happening all at once, so it could be a bit overwhelming, but it's like there is just spirit just kind of like bombarding this person with a lot of information, but at the same time I also feel as though it's helping this person to really stand in their power. It's helping them to really like find home within themselves, and then also be led to where home would be in their external environment, and being led to their own paradise kind of thing. So I feel like the reason it's showing up in a challenge position is because it is changing their world. It's changing their circumstances. It's changing what's around them. So I feel like, it's catalyzing change. But what's something positive here for Gemini this week? So maybe some new opportunities coming in here. I feel like this may be around work. I feel like someone here may be looking for, a change in job, change in career, some kind of shift, needing to like move out of some kind of situation or go in another direction here. And I kind of feel like there's some opportunities on the horizon. Yeah. So as someone is going through this purification process, as they're going through a cleansing, they are going to open themselves up to more and more opportunities that are available to them, and things that I feel like will feel a lot more in alignment with what they truly love to do, or what they really want to do, or something that is more just that kind of just connects with someone much better. So there may be changes in work there. I also feel like someone here may be going on some kind of vacation vacation or some kind of relaxation. I'm hearing sabbatical. So someone may take a sabbatical just to kind of get away from everything, to detach, to unplug, to help them, really help them go through this healing process and to really cleanse and clear and purify their energy. Like really going into this hermit mode, for like a dedicated hermit mode almost. Okay. What is an animal message here for Gemini this week? So I feel like as someone is going through these changes, there's new visions, new dreams for someone that is coming in. It's like, okay, what do I want for myself now? Now that I have all this newfound clarity, now that my perspective is changing, what do I want in my world? And I kind of feel like, if some things feel like, your dreams are too big for you, or it kind of feels like there's some things that are impossible. I'm kind of feeling with this card that there is no dream that's too big, and that to hold on to your dreams, and they will manifest in front of you. They will come into full form. Just don't give up on them, and don't tell yourself that you don't deserve them, or that they're impossible. I feel like there is a lot. I feel like I'm also hearing that they're your dream for your dream for a reason. That it's not just like some random thing that you're picking. That you're being called or drawn or pulled towards a specific dream for a reason. So always remember that, like, you're not just picking anything. You could really pick anything to dream of, but why did you pick that one specific thing to dream for yourself? So it's like there's a reason your soul must be calling you in that direction. There must be something about it. There must be something that resonates with you about that thing that you're wanting, that clicks with you, and it's part of your path. So to see it in that perspective, to see it in that way may be helpful as well, that there isn't, it's almost like the dream sometimes I think picks us, because there are some things that we could find ourselves being interested in and we don't know why. But I really feel like sometimes it just chooses us. Maybe the path chooses us. So something to think about. Okay, Gemini, beautiful reading, going through some really beautiful, profound changes here. Hang in there. And I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you for next week. Bye, Gemini.